why that is so fast. Also, already. Oh no, there we go. It was said like 2 on LGBT. That's not correct. 20. That seems about right. Hello, everybody. People who are tuning in now. Welcome. Welcome. It's Pride, as you can tell by my, well, sort of rainbowy shirt. Really, I'm, repping Carly Rae today, but it is what it is. Repping Carly Rae, repping Pride, having a drink, and it's delicious. I've actually been nursing this one for a little bit too long, so I'm going to make more. Hi, everyone. Hi, Casey. Hey, James. Ooh, Katie just got home in time. Nice, nice. Hello, hello. Happy Pride, Mario. How is everyone doing? I'm just going to make myself a drink while some comments start coming in here. Today, by the way, I'm drinking some Green Apple Crown Royal because one of Brett's friends is staying with us for the weekend. Literally, we're about to have so many people in his house. I will explain in a second, but he brought this Crown Apple Royal. Ooh, thanks, Alex. And then we have some ginger ale. So I'm making just a little, I don't even know what this is. Is this a drink? Ginger ale and Crown Royal? Crown and ginger, right? That sounds like a thing. But it's apple flavored. It's actually really good. Yeah, see, Rufus? But I don't drink. I'm too lightweight. Well, see, there you go. And I don't like to ever feel like I'm pressuring anyone to drink just because we drink here. Thanks, Rosie. So I'm just making a little bit more because, it's Pride, right? Why not? By the way, Brett and his friend just left. And Jacob is here, but he is in the back room because he was sleeping. He was taking a little nap, but he will be out in a second. Thanks, Casey. Kyle should be here in just a little while. He's getting out of work. And then Chris should be here also in maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. He's going to be here. Everyone's going to show up, I think, eventually, except Brett and Renee are going to be gone. But it'll be fun. Actually, I wonder if Anna's going to come. I should text her. I'm going to text Anna. But what are the weekend plans? The weekend plans, there's a lot of plans. We are going to a friend's birthday tonight, a friend's birthday tomorrow, and then we're going to a pool party in the afternoon. Then we're going to go into Pride late afternoon. And then, by the way, if anyone is watching right now and is going to LA Pride, if you see us, say hi. We definitely want to say hi. So we're going to go into Pride for a little bit Saturday, and then I think we're probably going to come back here because we are having, Brett's friend staying with us. We have Cody staying with us, and we have my friend Lizzie staying with us on Saturday. So we're literally going to have, I don't know, 10, 15 people in here probably. I don't even know who will come back with us. It's how it always happens, though. We have a lot of people always visiting for Pride. And then Sunday, our plan is to go to the march in the morning, and then do Pride again in the afternoon. And I think there's another pool party or something maybe we're interested in. Is it cider? No, it's not cider. It is ginger and Crown Royal, but apple flavored. There you go. Apple ginger. Oh, hi from New Hampshire. Hi, Care Bear. Of course, it's Pride, but we celebrated in Vancouver in July. Fun, fun. Is June Pride Month just nationally? I'm assuming probably. I don't know how Pride is celebrated globally. Where are Brett and Renee? Brett and his friend both just left to go to the Dodgers game, and then Renee's at work, unfortunately. How'd you like the Comey testimony? I loved it. I read the testimony before he actually said it. So I knew what that all said, which was good because he didn't read from that letter at all. They just asked him questions. It's not going to go well for Trump. I feel very encouraged, but I also am discouraged because I don't know exactly what's going to happen if slash when Trump gets kicked out, because there aren't really any good alternatives right now. But I just saw the Labour Party in England. That was dope. Tories lost seats, lost their majority. So I'm hoping that we're gonna see a swing back to the left. But who knows? How many bedrooms do we have? How many bedrooms do we have? 5 bedrooms, but we're using 4 as a bedroom right now, and then our other room that we're using is just like office slash another living room space, basically, or like the music room, maybe. I kind of like that too, but we need more music stuff. Ooh, I'm 3rd in LGBT now. Well, it says 3rd, but then it says 4, so I don't know what that means. Love from Germany. Oh, hi Ben. Hearts, Rebecca. You're going to be so busy, but don't get too drunk. Exactly. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be able to help that, but we'll see. We're all arriving at your house on the party bus. Honestly, I think if that happened, everyone would be down this weekend. But that doesn't mean that you should do that. I don't know. Someone said that they found my address somehow, and that was not. That was a little freaky. So, Toronto Pride is the end of June. I'm bummed. I'm out of town for Minnesota Pride. Oh no. Yeah, my friend Tyler is out of town for LA Pride, and I don't really know why he made that decision, but no, he's going home to visit family. Pretty much in Vancouver, it's Pride Week at the end of July through August. But the parade is, oh, I scrolled, but the parade is in the beginning of Pride Week. Oh, I didn't know. I guess I didn't see that the gender neutral road crossing signs. That's really cool. What's a good show to watch on Netflix? Well, I actually literally just finished an episode of House of Cards. It's not the new season because I didn't finish the last season. I'm like about to watch the finale of season 4 so that I can start season 5. The thing, okay, I will acknowledge that it's a little slow. Like season 3, I think, is when I sort of like tuned out for a little bit. But I kind of want to give it a chance because, like, real life politics have been so batshit lately. Either House of Cards is going to like respond to that well, or it's not going to go well. But either way, I kind of want to check it out. I'm still waiting for you to have Tyler as a guest so we can learn more about him. Well, honestly, we should have Tyler just come and be on the live show because, well, the problem is that he works like generally around this time, I think. I'm straight, but the best night I've ever had was at London Pride. Listen, we know how to throw a party. That's all I'm saying. They're never going to impeach him, TBH. He can literally execute someone in front of him and the Republicans. Well, he literally said that, right? I could kill someone and nothing would, like, he said that about the American people. And I don't know that I necessarily doubt that either. I'm new watching your broadcast. Oh, hi, Layla, or Leela. I don't know which one it is, but I like both. They're pretty. How am I today? I'm okay. I had a decent day. Well, I put up a new video, so that was good. I put up a new vlog. If anyone wants to go watch it on my YouTube channel. And then I did a little Uber driving this morning. I took Chris to work, and then I had to deal with some tax stuff. So that was not fun. A little bit of a mixed bag, but it's 5 o'clock. The day's basically over. I'm drinking. We're hanging out. People will be here soon, hopefully. And I'm just not going to think about that. I'm just going to make the decision to not think about that for the next 2-3 days. It's Pride. I'll think about it after Pride. We'll just forget about all of our problems until after Pride. Yeah. Someone's coming. It's a Jacob.
It is.
A wild Jacob appears. Jacob got a haircut too. Do you want to show everyone?
I did.
Jameson gave it to you too.
I look like Jameson.
You do look like Jameson.
This is my haircut. I'm gonna get myself in.
You should. Wow, that was a disaster. We'll try it later when we're both more drunk. The hair on Instagram before the cut gave me a fright.
I know.
Jacob the tease. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was so much hair. I had to tease you guys. I mean, it looked like I shaved my head.
Well, you
There's
have a
so
lot of
much.
hair on the top of your
So
head,
much.
so
my
yeah.
hair grows really fast.
Yeah, same. Mine already is starting to get a little big. You should come to the Pride in Iceland. It's very popular and a big family event. Interesting.
Yeah, let's.
I mean, I do know that flights are very cheap to Iceland, so I mean, we could. That'd probably be a good way to, do some sort of international travel if we were going to do. Did you hear that all of Katie's songs? Did you hear all of Katie's songs that dropped yesterday? I like listened to maybe like the first 45 seconds of several of them, and that was probably about like all I need. I think.
Is this our boost?
He bought it for everyone. So
Who?
Luke.
Oh, okay.
He bought it at the store like for everyone to drink this weekend. But we have like vodka and we have wine and we have a lot of things. What was I literally just talking about?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, that's right. Oh yeah, did you all see the Taylor Swift thing? How she decided to announce that all of her music would go on all of the streaming websites the same night that Katy Perry's album was released? Ridiculous. The shade. The shade of it all. But like, I mean, it is bullshit though, because like the whole reason she was pretending, well, the whole reason she was saying she didn't want to put things on streaming sites in the first place was because like the streaming sites weren't paying creative like musicians enough and artists and like other people, so it wasn't worth it. So then apparently she just stopped caring about that.
Wait,
You can sit on whichever side you want, probably over there. Where's Suerte? I think he's sleeping right now. That's what he does most of the time. Oh, so your legs can...
I need to be able to fit in.
How do you feel about Cuts of the Feeling? I love Cuts of the Feeling.
Hello, everyone.
How's the room switch working out? Really well so far. I feel. I don't know if you feel that way.
Yeah.
But like,
no, it's great. I mean, we're all. I just got a new job, so I get up very early in the morning. Sometimes 7 a.m. I know that's not like crazy or anything, but we haven't been able to sleep past 5 really when the sun comes up.
Thanks, Rob.
Because we're on a hill.
Yep.
And then when the sun comes up, it's just our room is hot and bright all day, which is great for like making music and
right.
hanging
If
out
you need to like be
entertaining
in there,
people.
if you're trying to sleep, not so much.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just the worst environment. So we were all getting horrible sleep. So now I'm waking up at 7 a.m. feeling rested.
I'm mostly feeling like that.
Well, I
have some other
things. There are
There's
other things besides the sun keeping up.
Yeah. But it's been better, which is great. And I like the other room a lot as well for just like hanging out in and working in. So yes, I would say it's been great.
Thank you. That's Buffy to you. I like the haircut as well. Jameson did a very good job.
What kind of job did you get? Says Casey.
Casey Denncy. I got a job working with an organization called Ways. They are originally out of Australia, and they are a fundraising organization. So when a organization doesn't have enough people or doesn't have a large enough reach for an area, they will contract out a reputable canvassing organization to work for them. So that's what I do. Right now we're working for one called Save the Children. It's a really good one. You guys should look it up. It's actually based out of England. Been around for 100 years. They do a lot of really good stuff, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. Save the children.
Save the children.
Children anywhere, anytime.
I don't care about the children.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Well, you get that from people.
I do. I honestly, I've been yelled at. This guy was, I thought he was being sarcastic, and I was kind of, after you ask like 30 people the same thing in a day, you kind of start getting like crazy. And so I was just like, take a moment for a child that's hungry. And he goes, no. And I said, what about thirsty? And he goes, I don't care if they live or die. And I was like, oh. Well, I was
you're not
joking. Oh. So yeah, people hate kids. I don't necessarily
Thanks,
like
Joanna.
children.
You just don't want
But
them to all die.
I don't want them to suffer or die. I just would rather not babysit.
It's a Chris.
Chris is here. He walked.
No, there's no way. The Uber must have just dropped it. There's no way
Maybe
Chris
he
would
took
ever
public
walk
transit.
like more than a mile. No. Public transit. We're talking about Chris here.
Chris!
Hello!
Why were you walking?
Because he pulled up.
Ah, Kenny was right. I was like, did Chris walk? And Kenny goes, Jacob,
Mm-mm.
it's Chris.
It's far.
It is a little far. It's true.
All right, what?
Especially if you don't have a skateboard.
Sleepy, sorry, who's going to bed? The top
Oh, have
one.
fun, 2 a.m. Oh, it's Ben. Oh, good night, Ben.
Good night, Ben.
Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Seriously, Jacob, the haircut is amazing.
It's the first time that I've ever had, like,
A style to
a
it.
shot.
Yes.
We're-
Any style.
We're all about Jacob
At
now
all.
because we're nice people here. Yeah, it's the first time that I've ever had, like, this top pullover thing. I don't normally get the top clipped. I normally get it shaved. Kenny lost his privileges on the camera. No.
I'm being attacked. You should make Empress Chris tell us about all the ways he hated Kenny and what he did at first.
Oh,
For science.
for science. Yeah.
They want to know why you hated me and specifically what you did to try and undermine me.
He's got a list. Wait, he's getting his journal about that.
Oh, we're about to get some...
Robert, I don't know. I pretty much joke about every horrible situation that's happened in the world, but that's because I like bringing humor to terrible situations where there is none. But there's a point where it's like, okay, that's... Now you're just being a horrible human being. There's no longer
yeah.
any smiles or laughter in this. You're just a cunt. So yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
So they wanted to know why I didn't like you?
Well,
I
let's
guess so.
go back up to the comments.
I didn't
How do
like
you do
him
that?
because the first day
It's
I met
just
him,
scroll.
I thought he presented like super straight acting, and I was like,
Which
oh,
is
is he going to be
true.
one of those who doesn't like me for that reason? And I thought he was like boring because he's shy, but he didn't like just talk to anyone. Like I sat next to him throughout dinner and he did not talk to me. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then he started hanging out with Kyle and Jacob a lot, and I got super jelly because then there were like 3 different times where they were like, oh no, we're going to go see Henny. And I was like, so of course I like made comments of like, oh, he's so basic, don't you think? You know, he has nothing but. I was really mean because I'm really bitchy. What I mean.
He is.
But then when he was around longer than a month, I was like, oh, he's gonna be here for a minute. Well, if that's true, then I should make my best effort. So I gave him a second chance, and I'm like, we were at precinct one evening, and I was like, I'm gonna sit and talk with him and try to actually get to know him. And if he, you know, I'll give him another time. And that evening we hit it off. We talked for like 3 hours,
Oh my god.
and I was like, all right, I like you, bitch.
you
And
can
then I
stay.
defended him to the rest of our friend group who still didn't like
Yeah,
him.
because no one else
Chris
did.
was the first one on the page.
I just make a bad first impression,
Well,
I think.
everyone
He doesn't.
He-
They were just bitches.
Also, everyone thought that he was going to break up Kyle and Jacob, and they were like, no! It was more about that than it was about anything else.
Welcome home. Kyle.
Hello.
My day's been all right. I worked at the different museum, not the Getty, at the Marcion today, and there were a lot of Freemasons that came in who didn't like what we'd done to their temple, so that was fun. And a guy fell asleep in front of one of the exhibits because they have couches in front of it. That was fun. And I ran into one of my cousin's friends and his girlfriend, and she told me there were ghosts in the building because she see 2 hands came out of the wall, which was fun. So that
Wait,
was my day. Charlie, my cousin Charlie, his adopted brother Tyler, and his girlfriend were at the museum, and she said that when she'd been up in one of the rooms, that she saw 2 hands come out of the wall really quickly and then vanish back into it. So she screamed, and she told me. So
Oh, dang.
that's me telling all of you.
Speaking of, sort of, Robin added me on Facebook today.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh.
And no one else.
I haven't been on.
Thanks,
Facebook,
Joanna. Wait, I saw something up here. Oh, Brett's pouch is done. Brett's crystal pouch.
Oh.
So. Oh, I was like,
That's amazing.
is
it
that
euphemism?
yeah? Or is that what the kids are saying these days? Are we old?
Yeah.
No, but that's exciting though. I can't wait to see them all.
Mhm. How was your work today, dear?
Me? Well, I'm not supposed to be done for another 30 minutes. My iPad ran out of data, and it was not my fault. They gave me a iPad that was already about halfway through its data.
Do you want to like be on the screen?
Well,
We like Touching
Sure.
the Feeling a lot. We think it's
Sure.
really fun. We're super
Thanks,
supportive of it.
Scott.
Jacob, don't call yourself old. Call yourself vintage.
vintage.
I like that.
That was
I'm
making me
vintage.
Did you guys see the new Steven Universe episodes? We've not watched them yet.
Well, actually,
you?
we have it on Plex.
Right.
I haven't seen season 4, but we've season 5 on Plex.
Thanks to Andrew. I don't know if he's watching. What? Why not? Don't call yourself old.
I told them already.
What's wrong with straight acting?
Wait, who? What?
Is the question.
Where did that come?
In
Nothing-
response to Chris's previous thing.
Well,
Oh.
straight acting is difficult sometimes. Not if
That's
to-
like a whole thing
to
that needs to be
be-
unpacked.
To be that way inherently, there is nothing wrong with it. However, oftentimes people who are that way will use it as a bludgeon against those of us who are not like that. And so when people are like that, I don't necessarily have something against them, but I have like my ear to the wind of like, are you gonna be difficult? Is this gonna be a thing? So
It's true.
that's what that's about. It's not inherent to the person at all.
Right.
It's true. It's true.
Oh my god.
I used to
This
be
is
straight
bouncing.
acting. Used to be.
You're still.
I
like,
used
you
to have
still
to
are,
tell
but
Sometimes.
people
still are more
that
than
I'm
I am.
gay.
I mean,
And you, yeah. You do still, right? Sometimes?
Have to tell people?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it
out here
depends on the
Out
situation.
here in California,
Yeah.
like when I go back home, when we go back home,
It will be
it's
different.
not going to be a question. Like,
Yeah. I'll probably be really butch back in the Midwest, too.
I will laugh in your face.
Kai-
I will
Chris is-
laugh
Chris-
in your face.
people are gonna.
Oh
People
my
are
god,
gonna,
Katie.
um,
Thank you so much. The number one. Ah!
There's so many things. There's so many bars.
Rain down on me, Katie.
Yeah.
Katie.
Ah. Ooh, finally catching you live. Hi. Oh, traveling in Canada.
Canada.
Turned 40 this week. Happy
From Hong
birthday.
Kong. Welcome.
Happy birthday.
From all of us to you, we wish it was our birthday, so we
Da
could
da ba
party
da
too.
ba.
Hey, I just stole from Disney. That's what I just did.
A lawyer's gonna come knocking on the door soon.
How's the garden turning out? Our little outdoor area or Chris's? Both are going really well so far, basically. We haven't really done any work on ours though, because we've been satisfied working over at that beautiful backyard.
So it's 3 rejects.
Ugh, I'm so sorry,
Your
babe.
poly videos
didn't
were
work
great.
out.
Jacob is so wise, and your video was so insightful. I'm glad you guys feel that way. We're gonna do more.
I'm glad you feel that way. I am not wise though, at all.
Jacob is wise. Jacob has a lot
That's
of
not-
wise. Okay, Jacob has a lot of
that's not
wise
a doubt.
things to
I
say.
know. That's what's asking. What is it?
Oh, it's a tiny scoop.
Wasn't there a study that Gen Z men are defining masculinity for themselves and breaking the stereotypes our parents grew up with?
Well, none
around
of us are
gender
Generation
roles?
Z, so
I certainly
Yeah.
would like to think so. I think that like in the same way that femininity has sort of been deconstructed, I hope masculinity does the same thing.
well, if anyone's working,
It's going
on
to take a long time.
It's definitely what Harry's working on
Thanks,
anyway.
Rebecca. God, everyone is
Yes,
just...
we should be tearing apart gender stereotypes and roles and just confuse the shit out of everyone until everyone accepts it.
Kyle, we had a bunch of Masons in the.
It's going to be 87 degrees in Michigan this weekend. Damn. Thanks, Mayma. Oh my god. Number 2 fan now.
Number 2! On the same lines of gender roles and everything, the other night we threw a party here at the house, and we were playing drunk Jenga back in the room. And one of the rules is on the blocks, you write little like drunk rules and stuff. One of the blocks said switch your top with the person across from you, and was it Kyle that did it first?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle was across from Anna, which you guys know very well.
Maybe.
And they swapped shirts. And we were all, like, laughing at first, and then we were all like, wow. Like, you both look really good in each other's... And Anna's was
But
like...
you're kind of pulling that off.
Yeah, Anna's was, like, kind of like a slim dress thing that frilled out at the end. And everyone in the room was like, damn, that dress looks good on guys and girls, and that Andrew Christian shirt looks good on Anna, and it was just really cool that 8 or 9 people all in the same room were totally fine with 2 different genders swapping clothes and having a gay old time, not caring. And that's
we always have a gay
and that's
old
how.
time.
Well, yeah, but
Stare at it.
It's hard to tell.
that's how it should be.
I agree. Someone, are you together? We are together, along with that man over there, who's making himself a drink.
Just got home from work.
One of us has to.
Ooh, okay. So I was gonna do like a toast for everyone.
For Pride.
Well, just in general, I was gonna start doing toast, but I figured that today, since it is Pride, we would have each of us say what we're most proud of about ourselves. No, well, okay, not most proud of. Name a thing that you're proud of about yourself.
Maybe.
What's up,
Welcome.
world? Vince did a really good job.
He did, right?
Yeah, he really did.
He's been getting a lot of compliments.
Whoa! Did you hear that? He called me ugly.
Anymore.
Ugh, anymore. That's like saying, Grandma,
Thanks, Rufus.
you used to be so pretty.
She did. What happened?
What had happened was gravity.
Hi, everyone.
Jacob is everyone's gay spirit animal. I mean, everyone wants me as their gay spirit animal. Do I accept them? Not all the time. Not all the time. You gotta earn it.
Are we gonna do this thing that I just said?
What thing?
Oh, you want to be
What we're most proud of.
I wasn't paying attention.
Of course. We're just saying what we're proud of. Like,
All right, then
what-
go for it.
Okay, well, I was gonna say that I'm
And go.
I'm proud of myself for having finished the pilot script.
You are. And I'm proud of you as well. Kyle.
Oh my god. Okay. The original dude. I'm proud of the relationships in life that I've been able to build here in Los Angeles, especially the connections I've made, as in friends. Not like what can you get me,
All
but
the
like
connections.
beautiful.
Oh my god, yes. The gayest clap ever. Chris coming through.
It's actually a Dumbledore clap. It's the clap Dumbledore does in the first movie when Harry does something.
You're
And
right!
And I thought it was the most amazing thing I ever saw, so I just started picked it up. I was like, yes.
He's like, I don't want to put forth any energy, but I want to participate. That's great.
It's the
I
clap
am-
plays I didn't like.
I am proud of myself for,
Thanks.
I mean,
Hector.
kind of on the same lines as Kyle, still being in Los Angeles this whole time. I mean, I did grow up in England and I moved everywhere, but I also had parents that moved with me. Like, this was a big move by myself. Well, obviously not, but big move. And I'm still here.
You're still here,
Through,
and you're not dead yet.
Through the grace of amazing friends, I would not be here on my own by any means.
No man is an island.
Chris.
What are you proud of, Chris?
Christopher.
Well, I'll say I have 2 things I've been thinking about. One, I am proud of myself because I've been kind of pulling more of my threads in my life together into something relatively cohesive, which is kind of a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a very cohesive person, so I'm kind of proud of me about that. And I'm also proud that I took the plunge and moved in with these lovely people.
He
Because
didn't
they
want to.
Makes my life so happy, and our life is so happy, and it's great.
It's a good
Look
situation.
how happy we are! And we have the best house.
Yeah.
We do.
do
We
have
have the
an
cutest
awesome
house. Yes. Kyle, do you want to come up with? We played.
Two
We
Truths and
played
a
last
Lie.
time 2 Truths and a Lie, and we had them guess and everything.
We said
You
that
should
we
write
might
it.
have you do yours, but you can think about it. We don't
Yeah,
have to
you
do
should
right
write it
now.
down.
We could do it like at the end.
Because
maybe.
normally when you impromptu do 2 Truths and a Lie, you're like, you say 2 of them really fast,
and then
the
it's
third
like,
one
oh
you're
wait,
like,
that's the lie.
and
obviously.
everyone's like, okay, done. It's very.
I'll give it that.
But you could like
We'll give you a minute to think about it.
Empress
I
Chris
got-
is low key still planning to murder Kenny, and this is just a long con. I wouldn't be surprised.
If someone's gonna put in the effort for that long of a con, it's gonna be
It's gonna be Chris.
It's gonna be Chris.
Why am I Benjamin Linus? I am not Benjamin Linus. This is not who I am.
This is the island in Chris's bed.
I am much better looking than Benjamin Linus. I may not be as cute
It's
as you,
true.
but I am not as ugly as Benjamin Linus.
True. Since you have a big group of roommates, who is which Golden Girl? Ooh, that would be sort of a fun YouTube video, is to do, like, get all the roommates together and have us do, like, different shows of, like, who is which character.
But we'd have to double it. Like, I think Kyle, sorry,
Yeah.
Jacob and I are both B. Arthur, but for, like, different reasons. like different parts of her personality,
Who?
and like
I'm just putting my nose.
Kyle.
Dorothy,
Dorothy.
the sassy one.
I was just thinking about her, but also I think mostly I'm Rose, and then I'm Dorothy when like the sass comes out.
Yeah.
But it's not always there.
In the same way, like Brett is Blanche, except when he's Rose.
Yeah.
Well, then who am I?
There we go. Two of us down.
Okay, I'm gonna. Ooh. You're
Kyle is Blanche.
Blanche and Dorothy.
Blanche and Dorothy.
What are your thoughts
A
on that then, Chris? Don't
combination.
mind.
Rose, because you're sweet. You know what I mean? Like you have like that sweetness.
So fucking.
Actually, I'd say Rose and Dorothy, because then you'll be really like biting. But mostly the time, most of the time you're sweet.
Sounds about right. That seems about right.
We're like blends.
I'm blocking your
Because
light.
we're gay men, so we have to be a little sad. All of us have to bite a little bit, otherwise we would not have survived middle school. This is true.
Sure.
Well, no, I mean Jacob was just huge, so that's why he survived middle school.
I was like, that's why you're French, because you're the tall, manly one.
So I have some LGBT news that I gathered.
What?
Some of it is
What?
ridiculous.
Things are happening
Some
to
of it
us?
is sad. Yeah. So the
I
first
could
one I
be
wrote
Sophia, I
down
am
was
the oldest.
it was Sophia.
Sophia is
Picture
so
it.
witty.
Sicily,
I love it.
1907.
Chris does just kind of sit in the corner in the. He's on Tumblr all the time. He runs a really, really busy Tumblr page, so he's always at the table, just intervening every once in a while and going back.
Going back to what I'm
Tumblr.
doing, I'm just like
He's like,
this needs to be
actually,
said."
you're wrong. This and I'm back.
All right, y'all. The first thing I wrote down was Babadook is now a gay icon.
Yes, yes,
I mean, I've been
yes,
watching that.
Babadook,
It's been like 4
Babadook.
days. It's been for 4 days we've been talking
Come
about this.
Well,
through,
It's a
Babadook.
whole thing.
And I've been refusing to read about it, so do enlighten me. Because how and why and please
Netflix
explain.
accidentally put it on an LGBT playlist. Everyone noticed.
And
Thought it
then-
was hysterical.
And then
With
drag,
wow.
and then someone I forget which drag queen, but someone did like a headdress that was all black, and then did a bunch of moves, drag moves, and then they just photoshopped
Voguing.
the face of the Babadook on it, and now the Babadook is a gay icon.
I think Baba Shook is the best thing that can happen.
Shook.
Baba Shook.
This entire thing. But I digress.
The next one I had was that today is the anniversary, or this weekend, I guess, is the anniversary of Pulse,
Yes, tonight.
and also Pride for us.
Are we
because
going to donate for Brandon's birthday to Pulse? Because I'm going to when I get paid
All
next
right,
week.
putting us on the spot.
Are you guys going to donate for Pulse? Do you know
Ooh,
you
Yeah,
can
I
donate
can
for
probably.
do that.
We can plug that.
Oh, yeah, we can look it up.
I don't have my.
we could
phone.
look it up.
Can we look
Our
up the link
our
so we
friend
can
for his
post it?
birthday is
I
donating all the funds or whatever, and doing a donation for
Well, it's
Pulse.
directly to them. Like, it's a direct donation to them. So it's not even, like, going through his hands or anything.
Yeah, it's not a
For-
GoFundMe. He specifically did not want it to be a GoFundMe, so there was no confusion on where it was going, because it can say it's going to this, but at the end, if you change your mind and you're like, actually, I want to cash out the $50,000 and do whatever, that's your choice. So, but eventually we're going to get the link for you guys, and then $1, $10, $100, anything and everything
Yeah,
helps.
no.
Hey,
I mean, unless you
put it
can,
out
if
there.
you can
Unless
afford
got-
it,
Hey,
sure,
I have
great,
had
yeah.
someone give me $626 on the spot within a minute at a farmer's market. You never know who you're talking to. Put it out there, bro.
It's true.
They can't give it to you if you don't ask.
NY 626 specifically. At Equality California, we had specific LGBT dates and important blah 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 as
Thanks, Robert.
numbers. So 626, 626, the Stonewall riots. The date,
June 26th.
June 26th.
19 something that I'm terrible about.
60.
What is it, Chris?
I did
Seven?
get a haircut
Go. This is your doing.
for Pride.
60.
It's illegal to go to Pride not looking cute, so.
It's true.
And
I
yet
got
I go
one.
every year.
Oh,
Shut up, Chris!
You're
He's such a martyr!
Fishing. Fishing.
God,
Always.
He's like,
Oh, God. Okay, last LGBT headline. Generic Truvada has been approved.
Really? That's good.
Generic prep, y'all.
I'm just trying to
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It was approved like instantly, also. And wait, what was the cancer? This is not LGBT related, but Chris, there's a drug
what
that
it's called. I don't remember.
I don't remember what
which
it's called
cancer it
either,
was.
but it's been proven to be effective for like multiple kinds of cancers.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 different kinds of cancers.
And the FDA was just like, do it.
Whoa.
Sorry,
That was
sorry,
loud.
everyone.
Because sometimes the FDA doesn't suck. Like sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, that's exciting, Jonathan. He comes from a relatively small town. It's the first year they're having a Pride Walk.
Oh, cool.
It's super
Oh, that's so exciting!
That's
oh
really
my
exciting.
god, that's amazing. Definitely, it's the first year, so be safe, be proud, don't be ashamed of who you are, but be safe.
That's true for everybody. Let's go with everybody.
I've seen things go down in areas that have had pride parades for 20 plus years, so
And there's always those counter protesters who are like crazy people,
Mhm.
and we're in the Trump era, which means there may be more crazy people.
do not engage them. The best thing you can do with a protester is when they say something to you, smile back, no matter what they say to you, and keep walking. They are hateful, they are angry, and they despise you. The last thing they want, or the last thing that needs to happen is like some twink or lesbian or whatever saying something to them, and them just like punching you in the face. You don't want to do that.
Because then you're not cute for Pride.
Then you're not key for pride. I mean, it's all about the Instagram photos, guys.
Okay.
No, but then never mind, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Rufus says, if you woke up as an animal, what would you be?
We've talked about this.
This has been discussed with
and
everyone.
rehashed. Yes.
I think I would be a badger because I'm cute, but I will fuck you up.
Chris does not think so.
What would I be, Chris?
A Labrador Retriever was one of my thoughts.
A
But
dog?
Yeah.
Dogs are too nice to people. I hate people.
Not all dogs.
Hey.
Hashtag not all
Not their
dogs.
people.
Hashtag
Dogs
not
are
all
nice to
people.
their
Not
people.
all dogs.
Like, you're nice to your people. You're just not nice to most people. Dogs are like that. I also had the idea of like a brown bear was another idea.
I could see a brown bear actually. Not in like the normal bear, like gay men bear connotations though.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
different.
That's
It's a
why,
different
yes.
thing.
That's hence the hesitation. But that was my
It's like Jungle Book. What's his name?
Baloo.
Baloo.
You're like Baloo.
I mean, I always wanted to be a jungle cat, so I'm like, I'm down to be a jaguar.
Wrong. Yeah, wrong. That was the
jungle
monkey.
cat.
Yep.
I'll
awesome.
eat Brett.
Okay, but you're too clumsy to be a cat.
Shut up. Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
You
cannot-
You're a koala. I talked about this. You're a koala.
A koala sleeps 20 hours out of the
I
24
sleep
hours.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Not
Well,
out of
I'm
choice,
cuddling.
Kyle. Not out of choice.
Okay, have you seen you?
You're the sleeper.
You no, but you come home, find Kenny, then that's it. You're just this.
This isn't about me, Kyle. It's about you.
I mean, sure. I'll be a fucking koala. I don't know. I have a lot more energy than a koala, and I move around a lot more than a fucking koala does. What's lovable and clumsy?
You.
Me.
We'll have to
obviously.
think about it a little more then. We'll have to find it. Mine's a fox, which took some figuring out because at first we thought it was a penguin. I guess I don't know.
Because the shy version of you reminded me of a penguin, but
Oh,
I
right.
actually know you better.
Right. Oh, Anna's gonna head to us in about 20.
Yes. We're gonna
I've gotten
Queen.
peacock before. Actually, we decided lemur is the one. I think lemur is
Yeah.
the one we usually most everyone decides on ultimately.
Ooh, dolphin's a good one though. I like dolphin.
For
Dolphin.
who?
Dolphins are
Oh,
crazy.
No.
Robert.
Yeah.
No, we're not
For
dolphins.
Robert, obviously.
Dolphins are
Robert's definitely
terrifying.
Panda, giraffe.
The rape.
They are. No, just the
Ooh.
sheer power of a dolphin.
Sanford says not a fox. So what then? What is your suggestion?
Can you go back up? Someone. Casey Dempsey. I'm pretty sure that's sign language for like. Is it like something like
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what
something like that? I don't know. I took sign language class. That was one of the. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those. I don't know.
No, that's eating.
I don't remember, but I do remember there was some derogatory stuff that happened with fingers around chins. Maybe it was sign language. I don't know why he would yell at you and do sign language. That's just extra. Red Panda. Did you guys see that cute video of
Red
the red panda
No, I totally
coming
support-
out of his little
For
habitat?
who? Who's a red panda? though?
Kyle.
Oh, for Kyle.
The little thing like
support
pounces,
that.
and then
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
rock, and it just like,
I just
and
got
it's
my
just
first
like
paycheck
being
from Santa.
fucking cute and like attacking the rock, and obviously the rock
Chris just got
doesn't
paid.
move.
I got
Oh,
paid.
Paper.
But yeah, I agree, red panda. Because I've also
$1
seen
million.
videos of red pandas throwing
$1
hissy fits,
billion.
and Kyle throw some pretty big fits.
Who's FICA? Why do they got all my money?
Who's Fika?
Friends reference.
Oh,
Rachel said it.
as a Moroccan gay dude, I would like to know from your perspective how to interact with a religious person on LGBT issues. Don't get angry if you
Yeah.
can avoid it, because then you're just all screaming at each other. I mean,
From someone who used to be very religious and very close-minded and very brainwashed, the last thing you should do is anger that person.
Thanks,
Try
Becky.
your best to approach on their level. Now, their level might be 4 levels below you, whether their vocabulary or mental, like anything. But try to approach them on that level. Only when they can understand what you're saying will they accept what you're saying. If you confuse them and make them sound dumb, they're going to hate anything you say,
Right.
regardless of whether it's, hey, there's a meteor coming, you need to get on the
Yeah.
ship, or you will die. They're going to be like, no, fuck you.
yeah, you're not.
Meteors aren't real, blah, blah, blah. So definitely a level head.
Yeah. Well, I think in an argument too, the other person is like looking for a way to just like undermine you and your
Well, it's about
credibility,
winning,
or
too.
like
You know, not
yeah.
actually gaining anything in value from that experience, not actually learning from it, and that's your intention is to help them be educated, and that's something that I've always tried to be too. Is like say, hey, if you have uncomfortable questions and you want someone that you can talk to like a human and isn't going to just react to you,
Mhm.
I can be that person for you, because that's where the real change can happen. That's where the real education. I mean, because when someone starts to know you and know a gay person, that's when it doesn't become other to them, you know. And like, I think that's very powerful.
Yeah. And I also don't think that like in an interaction with a religious person, you don't need to prove anything.
Mhm.
You know, you don't need to like,
It's already been proven.
and it's not.
It's already there.
And it's not even really your responsibility to try and change their mind. I don't want to try and tell someone not to try and change
Right.
someone's mind, because like that's important. But like
Do
also,
your best, but it's not your responsibility.
yeah, if it's not like some
Especially if
people,
they're important to you.
yeah, well, especially that, yeah, for sure.
They may take the longest, depending on their situation, but as long as they still show you that love and support in some way, but just don't understand it, don't give up on them. Help them get there. It'll
This
take a while.
person's Muslim, they said?
He is a gay Muslim, yes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't know my Quran biblical
And that's
story
just
differences well
I
enough.
was gonna say, if you know your scripture, that can really help.
I know my
kind of,
scripture,
like,
but like,
talk-
I don't. But it's a little different. The Quran versions are always like a little
Well, exactly.
different.
I'm not talking. I was talking to them.
My question is, why do religious people that don't believe in hate LGBT?
Because religious people love to make exceptions. You have no idea how many times someone has told me something, and then 3 months down the line, when it's convenient for them, they're like, actually, it says 3 chapters down this, so that means it's okay. They rationalize anything and everything, and they will take one verse completely out of proportion,
Or context.
in context, yeah, and throw it in your face. But that doesn't mean they're right. I mean, more than not, the next verse contradicts the verse that you just read. Most of the Bible verses don't even make sense. It's crazy gibberish. But
Well, but there's reason for that because, okay,
it's dumb.
the Bible as written text is the written down version of oral tradition that had been going on in the Israeli tribes for probably since the Bronze Age, maybe the Iron Age. I don't know. It's hard to tell when you get that far back. But the point being, these were just like the bare minimum of things you needed to. This is like previously on. That's how the Bible is written, because the main version of the stories would be told. The Bible was meant as a memory trigger. So you go, oh yeah, this story, and then you tell it. So we don't have the full version. This is Old Testament, by the way. New Testament, something else. This is the Old Testament stories. Like, we do not have the full, complete story. We don't have the context we need to understand it. And secondarily, even if you wanted to purely live that story as it is, you are not a Bronze Age tribe. There are things you are not allowed to do in our world because you are not a Bronze Age tribe. I don't think you would want to be a Bronze Age tribe. I think we can hold on to the ideals of these peoples because they are timeless.
Depending on the ideals.
No. These of caring for thy family and for the reasons we do, and
not things that are like religion specific.
Yeah. They can be culture specific, like which holidays you celebrate, or that whatever. I don't even care about if you want to keep kosher or whatever. Like, good for you. I don't care. But just you don't get to prescribe what other people who aren't you get to do.
Well, I was just gonna say that I think a simple answer for that type of hate from that type of religious person is fear. Is what it comes down to. I think that's why they find religion in the first place, is fear and
guidance. They find religion for guidance. They don't know where to head in their life. There's a giant question mark, and they're waiting for someone to fill it, to answer that giant question, what am I here for? And if science doesn't do that, then they're going to go to a church, and a pastor is going to say, this is your mission. And they're going to go headfirst into that mission and be completely closed-minded to everything else. So you need to convince that person that that's not the right direction, while also not insulting that person based on their intelligence or physical being. And so many arguments, so many religious arguments can just blossom into a yelling session, and it's because both sides are completely set on the other one being wrong, and no one's going to change. And it's because scientists are like, no, there's science, but Christians don't believe in that science because there's no real proof, but there's no proof about what they're spewing. It's literally all faith. It's literally all faith. So, I mean, you just have to win someone over to your side in the best way possible.
Yeah. Well, there's a catch-all, too, with that, with God, in that, God can make science whatever it is, so things can change. Magic can happen if God wills it so. Is a convenient answer to some things.
Oh yeah, and the current Bible, when they translated it, there were words that they literally had to just kind of make up because the translation wasn't there.
Well, the Hebrew God is its own pronoun because there's only one of it, so it is its own pronoun. I don't want to say it because that implies it's not a person, but I'm just saying it because we don't have a fourth pronoun option. But so they made it he specifically, and then all the pronouns became he because it needed to be commanding. But in Hebrew, it's more like its own. It's God. God is God. That's what God is. You can't. There's no descriptor other than that. It's a direct experience, and that's fair. That's a fair thing. But first of all, okay, Christians quote Leviticus all the time, and they're not allowed because Leviticus was written as the 275 commandments needed to bring the Messiah. Well, if you're a Christian, you believe the Messiah has already come, so therefore it does not matter. Secondly, half of Leviticus can only be done at the temple. The temple is not there, so you're already breaking Leviticus anyway. I'm sure some of you are wearing polyester because they're evangelicals and you always do.
That's like the eating the fish and mixing your fabrics and the pork and all
Again,
that.
picking and choosing. They pick the best parts to just shove in your face.
Is the whole Sodom and Gomorrah thing. But the thing about the Sodom and Gomorrah thing is, what they're arguing is, please take your guests out of your house and let us rape them. Right? It has nothing to do with, the fact that there are men raping them. It's the fact that they are raping guests, which is a thing we should not be allowing to happen. And if you know anything about the guest right, which Game of Thrones should have taught you, see, actual history, then you know that guest right's really sacred in these kinds of cultures, especially in the desert. Otherwise, people can't trust each other, we're all gonna die. The only other time is when frickin' Paul's letter to the Corinthians. But the thing is, Paul never met Christ. He had a vision of him, yes, but he never actually met him. So it doesn't matter what Paul thinks. He's a frickin' Roman.
There was a light that shone from the sky and told him words, and that's...
But he never met him! He wasn't there! He's a crazy Roman! Anyway, he hates women for some reason. But the letter to the Corinthians is writing against male prostitution in the Temple of Venus, because those were underage boys and that freaked him out, which is also not what we're talking about.
So yes, long story short, the interpretation of the words are completely wrong. They are not talking about gay men wanting to rape people. They are saying the people out there, the men of the city, wanted to know them, which they were very gross. So raping people is what they're saying you should not do. Raping people that are coming there for safe haven is what you should not do. They are not saying gay people should not be gay people in any word at all.
Too bad Chris can't get his feelings out.
Great.
Kidding.
Don't forget Kyle's quiz.
I know, I
before
had
you
forgotten,
sign
so
off.
thank you for reminding me, because I literally...
Do you have anything yet?
You're supposed to be coming over
I
this,
know.
Kyle.
Because, girl, we about to sign off.
We've been talking.
I said for you to write it down.
I'll get
It's
there.
on
Give me
video.
a fucking second.
It's on video.
One.
At this point, you've had 20 minutes. Just saying.
This convo is getting too deep for a You Now stream.
Hey,
Which is
you
why
guys,
we're changing
you
the
guys are the
subject.
ones that asked the questions.
Who you all called?
I'm Kenny.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Kyle. And we all fuck each other.
And I'm Chris.
He's
And I'm
around. And our roommate.
And I'm still Big Red.
Love that movie so much.
Is that your truth?
Oh, that you're Big Red?
One of your truths? I love that movie.
I'm getting close, okay?
You sure you don't want to write it down?
Yeah, probably.
What are we doing later? We're going to, well, some of us are going to our friend Janet's birthday at a brewery downtown.
Okay, that's news.
We talked about it last night.
Maybe
Yeah.
when Jameson was over here.
Remember, because we said that you weren't invited and there was a whole thing about it.
That was Jameson's birthday. I wasn't invited. I also wasn't invited to this, so there's two things I wasn't invited to.
Okay,
No.
well, someone is salty.
No, it's fine. These are the first words I hear about these things.
Well,
I
was a
I
Facebook
was not
invite.
invited either.
Doesn't mean you're not welcome.
I don't want to be invited. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
We'll get there.
Anyways, do you have it or not?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Girl, you still got fucking 5 minutes before it's an hour.
We're not going for an hour.
What's your problem?
That
Well, then next Friday, y'all,
Is-
because I'm not going to just pull this out of my ass.
Wow. I did say 20 minutes ago that he should do this, by the way.
Well, next time then. We'll do Kyle's Two Truths and a Lie next time. And we might do, well, maybe Chris will be here next time. We can do his too.
What?
Two Truths and a Lie.
Okay.
Yeah, see, then we'll just do that.
I have it ready all the time.
Yes, Kyle is
That's right.
shady. You are right.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out.
I haven't seen the sun in years.
We will be back here again next Friday, obviously. I have a new vlog up, and you should go look at it. And that is all that I have. Thank you, guys.
Happy Pride weekend, y'all.
See us at
Happy
Pride.
Month.
Come
Bye.
see us. Meow, 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 meow.